Now then, our special guest of the morning is the lovely Tracy Ann Oberman, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Tracy Ann.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
And to you.
Happy New Year. Now, of course, she did away with Dirty Den while in EastEnders. She played an evil alien trapper in Doctor Who and has still more evilitude up her sleeve. Because you're playing another baddie.
I specialise in baddies with a heart. With a beating big heart. Well, all right.
It's M.I. High, which is
Yes.
a great show on BBC One, children's BBC.
Yeah.
I watch it.
It's my nephew's favourite show, and he said he'd kill me if I didn't do it, and it was a great part.
Is that why he talked you into doing it? Is that
Well,
right?
I always loved it. It's like a sort of... it's a junior version of Spooks, and it's made by Kudos, and it looks good. Very good production value.
In fact,
very good.
I actually think it's probably got the edge on Spooks these days, quite frankly.
Probably.
Some of the worst special effects ever seen in British television on the last series, but I digress. Your character is really interesting. What's her name?
It's all very camp, and it's just called the Grand Mistress, because they've had one called the Grand Master, the Grand Mistress, and I get to work with a bunny rabbit. And that's all it's great.
It's such the Grand
The Grand Mistress. She's a bit of a dominatrix. She's a bit of a sort of pen pusher.
And the story for those grown-ups, perhaps, that haven't bred, that haven't got kids, that haven't seen this show, the basis of it, the whole basis of M.I. High is
a school which is like a normal school, and then they train junior spies.
Isn't that fantastic?
Who'll go off to presumably be in Spooks later on.
Yeah. And do meaningful looks.
And do meaningful, yes, exactly. But they have much more fun than the Spooks lot, because they get to work with like bunny rabbits and sort of mechanical rats, and they have also. It's crazy, it's mad, it's fun.
It is a top show.
It looks good.
And the latest series, I think it's the third series now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. The latest series kicked off on Monday with the teenage spies learning all about their new nemesis. Did you see this? Born for the part, if I may say so.
That hair's not going to move, though, is it? How long did it take to brush that out?
58 cans of Elmet later.
Goodness
Can I just say, I liked it.
Did
the
you?
hair,
Oh,
I think maybe I've got a thing about, you know,
You should get on it.
No.
Doesn't Matthew's hair like that? Tracy, I read that if you were a real spy, your secret weapon would be hair straighteners, and I want to know why.
Would it? Yeah, good question. It would be hair straighteners because you can go incognito. Because when I was in EastEnders, I had huge hair.
Of course, the corkscrew curls are gone,
yeah, and then I used to straighten them out.
And does it still work now? Even though you've changed your hair and you're on national television right now, so you kind of busted yourself out now, haven't you?
Busting myself out. But no, straighteners are very, very good for changing your look of an evening. If you're going to be spying around the clubs of Britain, take your GHD.
Okay.
Oh, look at me and my product placement today.
Other hair products are available. Now, you're in a new film as well, and I think I am in the film with you.
Are you?
This is the one written by David Baddiel.
Yeah, The Infidel, yes. Yes.
Which is a great storyline as well. Can you remember that one?
Yes, it's about... Homage to Lily basically plays a sort of a Muslim man in South London whose son is about to marry into a family of an Abu Hamza-style Politico family, and he finds out that he was adopted at birth and he actually was Jewish, born Jewish, and he has to go back and discover his roots. And it's very funny, but it's quite moving. It's an interesting conceit.
And straying into quite...
Yes.
Controversial territory.
Absolutely. And I think there's lots of us play cameos in it. Paul Kay's in it, Matt Lucas is in it, you're in it, my goodness.
Do you know when it's coming out?
I think it's probably coming out April, May of this year.
OK, that should be fun.
Should be good.
And sorry, Cardi.
Tracy, you're kind of known for Doctor Who, M.I. High, EastEnders...
Mistresses.
And, you know, that sort of thing. But really, you do an awful lot of radio work, which is kind of where I first came across you. And I'm just wondering... You write for radio and present for radio. Do you have preferences as to the work you do?
No, but I think, I mean, a bit like you, Hardy, you know, we are very eclectic. I've done a lot of theatre, you know, I've been at the National and the RSC, and the radio stuff I love. I've done a lot of comedy on radio and radio drama, and I'm writing for, I've just written a play for Radio 4. I love radio because it's very immediate, and I love the idea of listening to radio plays because you see the pictures in your head.
I love you.
Oh, you heard it here. You heard it here first.
There's a lot of l'amour in the air at the moment. There really is.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
She's talking about your engagement to me.
Listen, enough of this. Let's get on with the show.